We are so happy to be here with you guys. Thanks for joining us. We had a few people ask us some questions, and since we're about to release Neon Royale Chapter 3 Earth, we wanted to kind of give you guys an update on some of the things that we've got going on, and we got some really good questions from friends. So
yeah,
the first question is, what was the inspiration for the overall theme?
Right.
Emily,
that was from Megan Christina. She actually sent a whole bunch of questions that I want to answer, like all of them.
Right? I know, that was so nice.
All right, so the overall inspiration for the theme of Neon Royale, we were trying to paint a different future apocalyptic, or I should say post-apocalyptic thing than other people. Usually a dystopian situation is visualized, but we were kind of going for something a bit more mystical, a bit more magical, maybe even whimsical, if you will. So yeah, that's why you have the imagery of the four queens, empresses, what have you, of their elements, and so on.
So the next question is there a method to how each part is made, how you choose which songs for which part?
Ooh. Well, I don't know. I think it's, we wrote all the songs initially and then kind of decided where they fit on each of the themed elements, right?
Yeah,
like it just sort of happened that, oh, these songs are definitely fire songs, oh, these songs are definite water songs, etc.
And the water song, like the water songs are emotional, so they all just kind of go hand in hand with what the emotion makes you feel.
Right.
So
right.
Next question, which song is each of your favorite to perform, listen to on the album? D, you go first.
Let's see. My favorite song to perform is still Ritual, and we've been doing it for a while. It's just the most fun. I mean, we all switch around and different people play different instruments, and I get to just jump around with the guitar. I don't know. It's just still my favorite to perform.
Ritual?
Yeah, absolutely. But my favorite song on the album is Opal. I mean, but
yeah,
I think performing Ritual is just one of my favorite. Retrospect is probably going to be my new favorite live, because we're just going to be jumping off the stage that's got this beat that's just grinding. It's awesome.
I'm super looking forward to doing that one too, Retrospect. But I have to agree. I think my favorite song, is Ritual. I like the lyrics. I'll never forget the first time I heard it, because I was listening to the song, for the first time with it going through the speakers, and I was like, this is what the future to me does, like what it sounds like, what it would sound like. And it just gave me this, like, I don't know, this feeling I can't really describe, but I felt so hyped up. Like, I'm like, oh, before we even played it out, like, I was so excited to perform it. So that one's really fun. I love Ritual.
Yeah, my favorite thing about that song is the whole thing is like a happy accident. The way the music came together was like I was just trying to learn a new trick on a guitar and wanted to see if I could record it. That's how the song came to be. And then Colin just put a melody to the lyrics, and then we accidentally put some effect on Frankie's voice, and it became the hook. So I mean, like, everything about that song is just a surprise.
Yeah. What about you, honey?
I think my favorite one to perform is it's on air.
Void?
Yeah, God. The Void.
Oh, that song. Oh my God.
Right, yeah. No, and it's like not even released yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite one to perform.
The Void is in air?
Yeah.
Okay.
Air.
It's air.
We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for it.
I'll start again.
The other thing too is like my favorite one to listen to is on air too. 11:11. That one's, I love that song.
I have news.
Performance-wise, yeah, it's, Ritual is really fun. I like Super Blood Wolf Moon too, though. I get like all hyped up.
Yeah.
I get so hyped up. Yeah, I mean that bass, like when you're playing the bass and like you and Dixon are like jumping off the stage together and being all crazy. I like, I don't know. I love that.
Yeah,
So.
well, now that I've gotten comfortable performing our songs, like I'm able to look at you guys finally instead of concentrating on what the hell buttons I'm supposed to press. But one of my favorite things that's true, Super Blood Wolf Moon, is looking over at Colin, and when the guitar slams in, we both jump. Yeah, that is fun.
I love it.
So the next question is there anything funny or ridiculous behind any of the songs that no one would ever guess? And I mean, I know which one I want to point out.
Which one?
So in Purple, there's a certain sound effect buried towards the end that one would assume is Frankie, and it is not. And I mean, that's all I have to say.
That's all you have to say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so apparently the fake orgasm is my wife Leslie.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, I was leaving it up to you to say it. And I was like, that's not my thing to point out. I can point out who it isn't.
Like, so I'm so stoked that Leslie's like that was the feature on the album. I think that's awesome.
Right.
Like, oh, Leslie's always been such a big part of Cobress anyways. It's like, I don't know, I feel honored that she was like on the track. I think it's awesome.
Yep. Same.
Honored.
I agree. What about, are there any others?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got one.
You got one?
The one that's releasing this Wednesday on Earth Day is part of the Earth release. The song called Divide, which is probably musically speaking, is one of our happiest songs. Little flavor of Flock of Seagulls, little flavor of pop. But the song forever was called CKS 7. And we were going to release it. We were going to release it like that. And y'all could say, what the hell does that stand for? You know, and it literally just stands for Crazy Keyboard Shit 7th Attempt. And
it's crazy. You almost have, it's Crazy Key Shit 7. Crazy Key Shit 7.
Which, I mean, when you hear the song, it isn't all that crazy.
I know, but I fought to keep that title. I tried so hard. I'm like, can we please keep this? But I lost.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I ended up, I think it's good that, we ended up calling it Divide. And I think it's a really suitable name. So as much as I wanted to do something that was silly, I thought for this album, it would be better to do something that was more meaningful. And you know what? There's always going to be future tracks and stuff. So we always have time to name some songs, some weird stuff.
And also, that's something else worth pointing out is that probably, I mean, I think it's safe to say each song, I mean, some of them got their working titles stayed with them, but like each song had some other title to begin with. We always name songs weird stuff, and then we okay, for real, what's the real name though? And so most of the time that's the case, but like I don't know, sometimes we just leave it as the working title. So that one almost stayed as CKS 7.
Almost.
Yeah.
I like that Zid's got his cat in the shot.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Evil right now.
She's sitting on my foot. She's afraid of this giant microphone that's in front of my face here. Oh, so.
All right, so let's move on to the next question. Do the songs and the artwork go together? Will you do this? You take this one.
Yes and no. The songs we just write the songs, but like the artwork, I did try to kind of lean it towards what the songs made me feel. That's true. Yeah.
That actually reminds me. Can we tell them about what happened with the artwork?
Right. Yeah.
So Colin made the album art back in September or October.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't think it's a big mystery that I did all the artwork first, and made the full album cover first and then split it into 4, and obviously we released them one at a time. But the whole thing was completed months and months ago. And as the album's released, you have the first one, Fire, she's got something over her eyes. And the next one, Water, so does she, And, but now Earth is about to come out, and we could not have predicted it. She has a mask on. She's wearing a mask. And
if you look behind me, there's the 3 right behind me there.
Sure, yep. Right? Yep, there she is. Yep, she's wearing a mask and eye stuff, And I hope it's not too prophetic, because Air is, well, I mean, wait till you see her.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the next question. Can we expect more music videos? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. You will definitely see more and more content from us. We will keep going. It's actually been really fun because we're all kind of getting better at editing and doing that stuff anyway. So I think, Dixon, you've had fun, right? I have. I love editing stuff. So.
Yeah. I think we're doing retrospect first, and then I'm not sure what's after that, right?
We've got divide, and then secret after that. So quite a few. And then also Carlos from Wherever Life, he did the Glass Castle music video, and we love Carlos.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. He also just did Rox's music video, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. He's working with local hip hop artists, like he did Ronan Earth Clans. He, if you are a musician in the Southwest Florida area and you need a music video done, please hit up
the guy.
Carlos from Wherever Life. He is incredible. Yeah. So, all right, next question from, this is John Fry. John Fry, what was your favorite part of recording the new album? Oof.
The new chapter, Earth, I assume?
Maybe it's the new, I think
Neon Royale as a whole, or just Earth?
I feel like he meant Neon Royale as a whole.
Okay.
But my favorite part is all of it.
Well,
I'll explain a little bit more. But I guess my favorite part are some of the accidents that have happened. Like we were saying before, in Ritual, I had an idea for a vocal melody part, and it was just an idea, and then Dixon chopped it up and then turned it into the hook for Ritual.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of my favorite parts
accidents.
Because it was total accident, and I mean it was fun to make, and then whenever you sent it over, that was like, I don't know, it was awesome. Right. So awesome to hear.
I think my favorite thing about it was kind of like rigging up our own stuff. It was like, okay, well, our vocal takes aren't working. We need to build a vocal booth. So we built a vocal booth,
yeah.
and we built another one, and then built one again. Until now we got a really perfect one in Dee's studio.
In the laboratory.
Yeah, in the lab.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was like we kept building the lab bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's the whole we took over the entire space, and I love that. I think one of my favorite parts of recording is still Super Blood Wolf Moon, because that one we sat down together, and it was like, all right, I want a church organ and a cello. That's how the song, I mean, okay, so I loaded a church organ and a cello, and then look at it now. It's freaking crazy.
Right.
And then I think my other favorite part is like when we take something that's kind of in pieces and we actually get in the same room in the lab, and we kind of have those aha moments where the song takes that turn finally to what it's going to be. That's my favorite moment. Like, 12 hours of mixing and tweaking vocals and stuff like that. I mean, I enjoy that all very much, but there's nothing like an aha, that's my favorite. So.
That's true.
Are you saying there's nothing like aha?
Yeah. Take on me. Yeah. Hey, man.
Well, that's another cool. I was so nervous. I almost didn't even want to tell you, Dee. But when we thought Divide was already mastered and stuff like that, I was like, but I hear a guitar part and I'm nervous to tell you because you had already done all this work on it. But once we got back into the studio and did that, that was awesome. So that was like for me an aha moment. Like, okay,
yeah,
this is that, you know, taking the song and really bringing it together.
Yeah, well, you shoved another melody into Secret after the song had been done for 6 months. So, I mean, you know, sometimes if you hear something, you got to do it. So, but that's why we all work together on this. So,
David Triana, what did you guys learn about yourselves, each other, and the kind of music you love to make while making this album? Damn.
Yeah, and then there's an extension
more.
to it
Hold
after
on.
that. Yeah, but we gotta let's do this.
We'll do this one at a time.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I think through the progression of this band and the music that we've done, you can also parallel the progression of our friendships. If you take now the songs didn't appear on the album in the same order they were made, but if you were to see the order the songs were made, and you go all the way back to like Demons from Stage Stomp, and you progress all the way through to what's coming out in the next 2 releases. It's exactly the same as our friendship. The music is tighter, better, closer, awesomer, mastered better, blah, blah, blah. So I mean, that's what you have to have. You can't just have hired musicians. You have to have, you know, relationships and friendships. So that's my experience with it.
The connection. I agree.
I think
You're gonna make me cry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Frankie's gone. She just you're back.
It did make me emotional. Sorry, Dee. Okay, go ahead.
No, I think we all kind of learned where we're still going. Really, we learn where our personal.
I'm cheersing him. Oh. We're all cheersing. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We learned our limits, a lot of them. Like, at least for me, I don't know, like how many hours before we start going, you know,
Was that Tank?
Time to call it for the day.
Was that Tank? Oh.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
How did the experience differ from previous projects?
Oh man.
Yeah. It's violently different from everything else I've done.
You know what? It's so weird because I remember when I was 12, I was like, I want to be in because I listened to the Postal Service and stuff at that time, and I was absolutely I was like, what is this? You know, like when I first heard, it was like a low kind of EDM, like electronic music that I had never heard. But I remember when I was 12, I said, I want to be an electronic like EDM band / rock band. And I think the experience with this project is like the music and stuff, everything has come out so naturally. Everything came out because we were able to just be ourselves, you know, at least for me. And it's different in the fact it's it's everything I've ever wanted as far as a music project. And it, you know, maybe I've been putting it out there for a long time, but it came together so easily compared to other things that I've done with some other people.
Yeah.
It felt so natural.
Yeah.
It felt so natural.
Well, yeah, and also the first album we did together, and like so many bands have to do, is you scrape up whatever money you have to scrape up. You go into the studio, you get 1, maybe 2, 3 takes on all your songs in one day. And then maybe you can give some feedback when the engineer is emailing you demos and stuff. But I mean, that's it. And so for this album, we did it in pieces here and there over many months. And like you could go back now and be like, change the drums, change the guitar, this, that, and the other, because we're doing it in our own studio and we're doing all of our own everything. So this has been, you know, a much more, you know, cohesive and chill kind of studio experience for sure.
Yeah.
Byron wants to know if Dixon is human, and the answer to that is no, of course not.
You knew the answer. I would try and throw a cup of water on him, but I love Dixon, so I just wouldn't do that, and I don't want him to malfunction.
they want to make me a robot in the Ritual video because, but no, Byron, I love that you say that. It's just a couple years of nonstop making mistakes to learn how to do stuff like mastering and all that. Used to suck at all of it. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of like a robot. You learn how to do stuff over and over again.
I mean, it's also kind of like a human.
Yeah. AI. No.
I think you have so many emotions. You're part. You'd have to be part human, part robot.
I'm a cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, all the coolest people are.
All right. So December, what are some of your dream venues to perform as Cobress at? Dixon, you get to go first.
Can I say it as a robot?
Yeah, as you want.
Madison Square Garden. No, I can't do it. I want to play Madison. I can't die until I play Madison Square Garden. And what was that other one? Yeah, that'll do. Oh no, no. That's right. Late Night with Jimmy Fallon and Madison Square Garden. I can't die until that. And screw Saturday Night Live because that's all fake applause and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I knew that you wanted to do Madison Square Garden, so I'm totally down with that. I don't know if I have a dream venue, but I would love to do some like EDM festivals. I feel like that would be really fun. I would love to go play at some festivals at Spirit of the Swanee and Live Oak. It's just a really beautiful park. I think something like that would be really fun to do with the band.
It's a good setting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play pretty much any venue.
My like dream and venue, it's not even a very tall order. It's a very simple one. I want to play at the State Theater
Is that in Tampa?
At St. Pete, I believe.
St. Pete.
Right?
Yeah.
St. Pete. Yeah, that's that. I've always wanted to play there. I went and saw Poison the Well play there a long time ago, and like ever since that, it was like I just looked around and was like, I want to play here one day. I love this place. It's not even the most special place in the whole wide world, but it's no Madison Square Garden for sure, but I really want to play it.
Actually, am I allowed to change my answer? I have a venue now. I want to play at the Castle in Ybor City.
Oh
my gosh. We went there for my birthday, and it was so much fun. And their stage is so cool, and they have like all these dancers who dress up in awesome costumes and wear cool stuff, and it spoke to me. I really liked it. So that would be my vote.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Shay Murphy, which song in the new album has the most meaning to each of you personally?
That's a different answer than before, isn't it? Than the first question.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My answer would have been different 3 weeks ago, but my answer now is Retrospect, which is the one it's coming out this Wednesday on the Earth release. Just because the chorus has not necessarily the lyrics, but the chorus melody I've been sitting on for a very long time. And then I was just waiting for the right song to put that chorus onto. And when I put the verse with that chorus, and like, man, I can't believe the song came out the way it did. Colin wrote the lyrics and like, unbelievable. For me right now, that's my favorite. The song is blowing my mind. I know that sounds conceited, but I don't care. That song.
No, I actually want to say the same answer.
Yeah.
Same exact answer. I would have said something else a few weeks ago, but like now the most meaningful one for me personally is Retrospect. Yeah. For all the same reasons too. Like, I don't know, we had such a good time writing that one together. Like, I don't know, I'm very, like, the lyrics, yeah, deeply meaningful. And also like the fact that, I don't know, I'm sort of proud of the fact that like the high harmonies during the chorus, the super high, that's me, but then also the in the bridge,
that one is sick.
It's so cool because the bridge part of the song is like meditative sounding, especially when Colin starts going into that low, and that's a range that like I've known him.
The two of us
been together for 6 years. I have seen Colin perform since I was 15, and I've never. I'm so sorry. I've never heard you do anything like that with your voice.
Well, it really was about the both of us working off of each other in that song.
Yeah, totally.
So I agree. And that one's got the for me now.
I'm so proud because I just think your voices sound so beautiful together. It's like, it's so cool. I don't know. I think it's just so cool hearing the harmonies and stuff that you guys come up with.
It's there's a new series on our YouTube channel, Cobress Music on YouTube. I have this new series called In the Lab. I just started it, but the first episode shows you the harmonies one track at a time, and so you can appreciate more what the three of us do in these songs. It's like the layers in the tracks. So you should go check out that video and subscribe while you're at it, because that's what we're supposed to tell you to do. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we did some Fleetwood Mac / Queen type stuff with the many layered vocals.
Yeah,
I think for me, I really like Divide right now for me, and I hope I don't sound conceited when I say that, but it's nice to have written a song about the experience of having an anxiety attack, and to remind myself to breathe. And also in the song, I made a mantra because I had been feeling so weak. And, through my, last year, I've learned a lot. And the second verse has a lot, to do with that, and with, kind of where I go in a meditative state. So, Divide for me is like lyrically one of my favorites that I've done. So I feel really proud of that and how it came together in the studio too.
Yeah, and all of these are on Earth, which is coming out soon.
Yeah. Colin Oakes didn't ask a question though.
But he's still a sweet
yeah,
gentleman.
Colin Oakes is a sweet gentleman.
And a scholar.
And a scholar.
A notable man.
Let's see. Rox asked, who is the main inspiration of each member?
I'll go first because I wanted to say hi, Colin. Thank you, man. We love you. So proud of you. Since you first came to town and where you're at now. Lead guitar for Perfect Sequence. When I met you, you could, just play a few chords. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
I think Colin Oakes is so, you know what? Colin Oakes is so rock and roll in my eyes. And like, I also love like watching, like, have you seen him do karaoke?
No.
Too? Like hearing him with like, I watched a video of him doing some punk rock karaoke and stuff too. And he's just come so far in such a long, like short period of time.
Agreed.
I don't know. I think it's awesome.
Agreed.
So Rox asked who our inspirations are.
Who is the main inspiration of each member?
Like, so individually, who are our inspirations?
Well, for me, besides Thomas Dolby, Trent Reznor, and Dave Grohl, I would say, I know this is cheesy, but I would say Frankie and Colin too, because when I met them, I was a shy little boy. I didn't even know how to play guitar yet. And now, like, we're making this album, and we're not the same people. But
yeah, I don't. As far as the inspiration, is this like? Does it have to be music? I mean, could it, be anyone?
Well, then I changed my answer to Rox. Rox, you're my inspiration.
Rox is my inspiration.
She's a hell of an inspiration.
Rox, you're my inspiration. Yeah, I'm down with that.
We love you, Rox. And Dan and Jacob.
For the last several years, I would have had an answer that consisted of a list of various rock stars whose images I liked and so on. But I think my answer now is my cousin, who is no longer alive, but he was the first person I ever, when I was like 12 or 13, I found out that my older cousin John was in a band and stuff, and I thought that was super cool. And then I went and saw their practice area in his basement, and I thought that was super cool. And oh my God, this is who I want to be. And that was that. I was like, that shaped who I wanted to become after that. I was super young when that happened. So I think, my cousin John Kay, that's my inspiration. He made it look so awesome.
Yeah, that's a hard question for me. Main inspiration. There's quite a few people I like you had said, Trent Reznor. I would say Stevie Nicks. There's so many. I think, but I'll you know what? I'll say Fleetwood Mac as a whole, because the Rumors album really changed my life. So And I love all the harmonies and stuff, and the fact that Cobress is able to kind of create something like that, is like, I'm pretty stoked. So, which actually comes up, another question from Rox is, who comes up with the harmonies? Let Dixon
we
answer.
all do. Yeah. Okay, well, we all do.
The robot does.
But that's the thing. Dixon, being a keyboard player, I mean, makes it very easy for us to figure out what they really ought to be.
Yeah.
He'll play the appropriate notes on his keyboard or on the piano, and we'll it's supposed to be that right there. Okay, and so then we'll change what we're doing until it's absolutely perfect.
It's incredible to see Dixon be like, no, I got it. Let me find it. And then he just goes to the keyboard and hits every note.
My favorite part is sometimes Colin doesn't believe me. He's like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I'm like, trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah.
But we have, so the song Secret, which comes out this Earth Day as well, we snuck 8-part harmonies in there. It used to be like 5 or 6. And then I was like, there's got to be more. I came up with a couple more. So we wound up with 8-part harmony in that song. Some of them you may not even be able to hear unless you like really look for it.
No, you can hear them if you put headphones in. You got to listen to the song on headphones. That's the trick.
8-part harmony on that song, which is crazy.
No, I think it's so cool too, because I remember when we were kind of doing the song and we decided to change the words to the chorus and stuff, I was like, Dixon, hear me out. I was like, let's do crazy harmonies just on the chorus. And he was like, I don't know. Like, we'll see. And then, go back to the studio or whatever. And he's like, there's 8 harmonies now. So I love it. Okay, so the last question, and this is the last question altogether. This is again from Rox. Where do you want to play this year?
My answer is anywhere. Let's see how this year goes.
I'm gonna say anywhere. Let's see how this year goes, and hopefully, we can all help this go down quicker with what's happening. And we do really miss performing, though. I can say that. I mean, I think we're all feeling that. I miss performing. I miss being on a stage. A stage is like,
I'll go play a show in an alley for all I care. I just want to do some music again.
Well, hopefully, when we do play, I hope that we get to play with a bunch of awesome local bands, because I really miss everyone.
A big show when all this is over is definitely in order.
Free Coasters, Bargain Bin, Heart Attack Guns. I mean, the Kimberleys, Electric Mud, all of them.
Ronan.
All of them. Ronan, Angela, Duke Stamina. I hope they're all just, after.
I love how we did the same thing.
I hope that when this is done and over with, that we can all do something really big, together. And I miss everyone in the South Florida scene.
Yeah, because it's bad enough that none of us have seen a stage in a while. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We are Cobress. Neon Royale Chapter 3 Earth is coming out this Earth Day. It's Wednesday, April 22nd. And thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes,
so again, if you guys like us and you like our music, we are Cobress. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. This is going to be some of our new YouTube content. And we'll see you guys around. Thanks.